Good morning everybody, how are you doing? So I'm out and about early today and I'm on my way to go and purchase some, come this way, to purchase some Irish moss. I put it up on my Insta stories, was it a few weeks ago, and a few people asking me how I did it, so I need to go and get some more. I need to go stock up on some more. So what I'll do, I'll show you the process that I use to prepare it for consumption. Hope you're doing well, and I will pick up with you again in a little bit. So if you're in South London, this is where the shop that I get mine from. It's called Netta Vital, and it's under the Arches in Brixton. That's the phone number there. Okay? Okay, so I'm here, and this is what sea moss looks like when it's in its raw form before you eat it. It's something you actually do find in the sea, and it apparently it clings to a rock and it takes in all of the nutrients from the rock. So this is sea moss. So I'm going to get a few bags. Okay, these are the things I add to mine. Green superfood and moringa powder. I'm sure all of you will have heard of moringa and the healing properties of moringa and all the good stuff it has inside of it as well. So these are two things I added to my smoothie, as well as this spirulina powder. This is very strong, very strong, so I need a little bit of that, but it's these three I use in my smoothie. So if you're coming down this way, they sell them here, or you can get them up wherever you are if you're not from London. Say thank you. Do you want to put it on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay, so this is a lovely young man who served me today, and he gave me a tip. I was just about to pay by card. He said it was cheaper if I paid by cash. So he gave me an opportunity to go and get cash to pay for, which I really appreciate.
You get a discount.
Yeah.
Come around, we have so much things that we do. I do also consultation. We do meditation and spiritual classes on Sundays, on personal development, understanding who and what we are, our purpose based on actual facts rather than superstitious or some superficial knowledge. So we'd always go on research studies. So some of the stuff that we have in the shop is also, we have research of ancient Egyptian papyrus of healing, books of formulas how they used to heal people in ancient times. So we're trying to bring those type of things back to this day. So when people have fungus infection, for example, we have a specific formula that we give to our customers that have any fungus infection externally. We have this formula from ancient Egypt. It helps person, guaranteed. So we mix certain things for customers as well. We do one-to-one consultation because we found out most of the health issues that people have, it's not actually sometimes physical, but it's spiritual. The essence of what we're trying to do here is to show people there's more to life than just the physical reality. Okay. You see? Mm-hmm.
Okay, excellent. So tell me a bit about what I've purchased. What do you know about?
You got the Irish moss. Mm-hmm. We have one of the best Irish moss in this country. We get them from Jamaica. We have these young farmers that go to Jamaica and they actually go in the sea themselves individually. They actually harvest it on our behalf. So we the Irish moss that we have is what they call Yoshima sea moss. Yoshima sea moss is one of the best products that they can use to get all the minerals and nutrients inside it. So we always recommend to boil your Irish moss.
Oh, boil it?
Always boil it, because sometimes you have so much different minerals. Sometimes it can overwhelm the body with minerals because you only need a specific trace of minerals in your body, for example. So if the specific sea moss has it, sometimes it has it too much to the point that the body sometimes get rid of it, but also can interfere with that. It comes from the sea, so you have a lot of mercury inside it too. So we always recommend to boil it so that it can get rid of some of the.
See, what I was looking on YouTube, they said like don't boil it. They said like soak it overnight.
Yes.
And then you just blend it with fresh water in the morning.
Most of the time, people that say those things, they don't actually get the stuff tested in the lab. So most of the time, what we're talking about is we have the stuff tested with the people we work with, the company we work with. They actually, every time we get a new batch, they have to test it in the lab to see what type of minerals inside. And then the lab is the one that gives us that suggestion to do so because of the amount of trace of minerals that the body actually needs and don't need, or it can overwhelm the body. You see, so everything has to be in balance. So most of the time when we're making those claims, it's always important to know, what background of information that they have. So we have a list of information certificate that we can provide to say that, okay, this is what is being suggested to us for us to do. So we always recommend to boil it.
Okay, what can you tell me about these green superfoods?
I mean, the green superfood anything that is green.
Yeah.
When, for example, Dr. Sebi talks about alkaline food.
Yeah.
You know, we have his DVD, we have a lot of product that he recommends here in the shop.
Yeah.
But when the Dr. Sebi talks about alkaline food, really, is that our blood is already alkaline. Right? It will never change the alkalicity of the pH level of the blood. Don't never change, really, for example. So when we talk about alkaline food and eating greens, they have a trace of so much, you know, again, vitamins and minerals. You see, we always recommend people not to eat in the morning at all. So you can have like a shake of super green just with water. You see, so when you're breaking your fast, you see, breakfast.
Yeah.
When you wake up, when you're morning,
Yeah.
you getting up from sleep, and then you actually been fasting. So when you break that overnight,
Yeah.
then you want to eat something light.
Yeah.
You want to drink something fluid. So in the morning, if you need to eat something, then we recommend to take something fluid.
Okay.
Instead of something that is solid.
Okay.
You see, so the in the morning you can take the super greens are very good, as well as in the evening.
Okay, just with water.
Just with water. We don't recommend to eat fruit or fruit salad in the night.
Okay.
Because the fruits, again, sugar, you know, it keep up your energy. So we recommend I take it in the morning or in the high noon,
Okay.
but not in the evening. So super green can be taken throughout the day.
Yeah.
To replace some of the food that we don't get in this country.
Okay,
So
yeah,
some of the nutrition, for example, if you have one orange in this country, then if you get the orange from the Caribbean or Africa or Asia, then imagine that you have 10 oranges,
Yeah.
makes one orange of African nutritional
Yeah.
content.
I remember my father saying that. It was very different. Yeah, I remember him saying that.
The nutritional value is lost. So we're eating food, but they don't have the nutrition.
Yeah.
So having the super green, the moringa, this is a very good product that we have. Also high quality product from the Terbital, moringa powder. This is also very high content of nutrition. It literally rejuvenates the body, cleanses, and so much quality to that. It says anti-cancer, boosts the immune system, increases energy level as well. So this one also can be taken in line with that
Okay.
to boost and to energize your body. Now, spirulina again is the superfood of the earth, similar to sea moss. And what they say moringa is the superfood of the land. So you have the superfood of the sea greens, that's what it is, literally spirulina. It's a sea green from the sea, and then moringa is like the sea green of the land.
Okay.
So we always recommend to combine this type of lifestyle. You don't have to eat that much. My mom used to say, eat good food or don't eat at all.
Because I specifically came for sea moss because I posted how I was preparing it on my Insta story. So you're saying I didn't do the correct way. So tell me how to prepare it, and should I add any of these powders to it or no? Or would that be too much or no? Just tell me how to use
I
them.
would recommend just use Irish moss to prepare it by itself. I would
Right.
recommend. If you don't like the taste, you can put a cinnamon.
Cinnamon,
But the
okay.
way you can soak it up to 8 hours, or even more if you want.
Yeah.
And then what you do, usually wash it off. Obviously, you wash it, you clean it, and then you get a clean water, not from the tap
Not
in this
from the tap.
country, obviously. But you take that and then you put. Once it's okay, you boil the water first. Boil the water with cinnamon or anything that you want to add in there. You boil with it first, and then once it's boiled, you put that inside, and then literally within 10 minutes it will start to break.
Okay.
But once you put this, you turn down the temperature.
Okay. So you whilst the fire is still on, you put it on the pot.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And then you see it start to break down by itself, and then you can break it down yourself with a spoon or anything like that. And then you just leave it for about 10 minutes. Keep simmering so that it doesn't hold at the bottom. And then you will see it becomes gel.
Gel, right.
And then you take it out and then leave it there for 15 minutes. And then what you do is you can blend it and then it becomes a gel.
Okay.
And that you can put in a small pot or storage.
Yeah.
Put in the fridge and then it becomes gel, and then you scoop a gel, tablespoon. I take that. I take sometimes 3 tablespoons for myself.
Okay.
Some people say take a tablespoon. And then you put in your smoothies. You can blend in the water and drink it by itself.
Okay.
You can put in that process. You can add what's it called, agaves if you want. If you want honey is good too.
Okay.
Some people don't like the honeys, but in ancient time, in all ancient Egyptian medicine, they use honey, for example, to carry the active ingredients inside. So you
Okay.
can also add black seed oil. Black seed oil is very.
Oh,
very
really?
good.
Can I add it to that?
Yeah. They say black seed oil cures everything but death. So it's very good product to use as well.
Okay.
In that process.
So, Okay, so I'll go back and look what you said. So you wouldn't necessarily recommend adding these to it, that'll be too much, yeah?
You don't have, but you can in your smoothies.
Okay.
But sometimes when you put too much things in the body,
Yeah.
the body just
doesn't know how to process it, yeah. Yeah.
So just too much.
Okay.
Overwhelms it.
Because what I was...
You have to work based on your physiology and anatomy, based on your size, based on your energy level, how much you work a day. So depending on your lifestyle, all those things play a big part in terms of how much you should take on a daily basis. If you're not doing nothing all day and then you take this, you don't do exercise, you don't do nothing, then yes, obviously it can overwhelm the body by taking all those nutrition.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
I'm back and I'm getting ready to prepare the Irish moss. So just torn open the bag because I'm one-handed at the moment. Just put all that in there. And you soak it with water and a lemon or lime. I prefer lemon. I'm not really too familiar with limes, but it's just you just got to do it with lemon. So I'm just gonna put some water in this bowl. Actually, let me just do it with one hand. It'll be easier. Now on the video they said it cannot be plastic. It has to be glass or whatever. But I'm wondering what significance that has. But this is a glass bowl-ish or clay, whatever. But it's not plastic, so it should be all right. Okay. So that's what it looks like, and it will expand over a few hours. So I'm just going to cut up some lemons and squeeze those in there. Now squeeze a lemon in. This is to take out the sea water taste. And it also helps clean as well, but it's predominantly to take away the taste. Because I've heard a lot of people say, unless you do that, it's got a really horrible flavour to it. So that's one. I'm going to leave this to soak for about 7 hours. And you can just chuck the lemons in there like so. And there we have it. Step 1 of preparing Irish moss. So it's 7 hours later, and I'm getting ready to prepare the Irish moss properly to blend it. So just want to show you how much it has expanded by. This is the original amount that I purchased. It doesn't look like very much, but when you put it in water to soak, it fills up an entire bowl. So just to make you aware of that. So now I'm going to get ready. What I'm going to do, I'm going to rinse it, and then I am going to start blending. Because I've only got like one pair of hands, I haven't got a stand for this phone that will be able to show you properly what I'm doing. I'm going to just rinse it, and then I'll get back on camera again once I've done the rinsing. Okay, so I have rinsed out the sea moss. I rinsed it all out, that's what it looks like. It's quite gelatinous at the moment, and that's because it's been soaked for so long. So don't worry about that, it's supposed to be like that. I'm just currently boiling the water. So once that is boiled, I'll pop this in there and you'll be able to see the rest of it. Okay, excuse the lighting, but here is the sea moss. This is spring water, Highland mineral water. I'm using Buxton mineral water, not tap water, to boil the sea moss in, because this is what you're going to ingest. So yeah, I'll put it in now. And I am going to leave it to boil for maybe 3 to 5 minutes and then leave it to cool. Okay, so I've finished boiling it. I think I boiled it for a little bit too long, maybe like 5 minutes too long, but there it is. It doesn't look like, everything's kind of like really disintegrated, which should make the liquidizing process much easier. I listened to what the guy was saying on the video I took, and he said leave it to settle into a gel and then you blend it, just to get the last final chunk so it's like really, really smooth. But then my question is, if it contains mercury, etc., wouldn't I pour this water out and then add more fresh water to it? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, pretty much is integrated. You can hardly see anything. So I'm going to leave this to cool, and then leave it to cool for about 15 or so minutes and come back and blend it. Okay, this is what it now looks like after I've let it cool down. I'll get ready to blend it. In all honesty, there's hardly anything to blend because it has pretty much turned into a gel all by itself. The boiling process has made it become a gel. But just in case there's any little bits that I can't see, I'm just going to waz it up for my... this is a batch for my mum. So I'm going to like make sure there's no bits in there. So I'm just going to do that now. Oops. And I'm going to put it in this jar here. Sorry about the lighting, peeps. There's nothing I can do about it. But yeah. So from what I can see, it's going to be like the best batch I've made in terms of it being very smooth. I don't like bits in anything I'm drinking. And in the last batch, there's almost like huge twig-like bits still in the gel because I hadn't followed this particular process. But I think I'm going to make it like this from now on because it's way, 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 way smooth. I won't have to worry about bits at all. So this is what it looks like. I use about maybe a litre of mineral water to blend my amount of sea moss with. I've still got some left, just about 1 litre roughly. So I let it cool down. I didn't let it go cold, but I let it cool down enough just for me to be able to blend it. And I'm going to leave it now to cool fully so that I can put it in the fridge. So yeah, that's what it looks like. So that's a process of preparing sea moss. Okay? Obviously, it'll depend upon how much you're doing at one time or whatever. They do say that if you're going to... What do they say? Now, if you're going to do more than the amount I've shown you, I would advise only doing maybe... No, just do a little bit at a time because they can only really keep this for about 3 weeks before you need to make a fresh batch. So only make as much as you think you're going to need for 3 weeks. So, yeah, as the guys in the shop are saying, it takes between 1 to 3 tablespoons per smoothie. So just figure it out. You can eyeball it and figure it out as you go along. So, yeah, this is what it looks like. Sorry, before I forget, just to make the point, I used about 1 litre of water, but it was too much in total for this one jar itself, so I had to put the surplus in this jar, yeah? So, let me see how much of surplus there is. Oh, a fair bit of surplus, actually. There's a fair bit of surplus in this jar, so, yeah. Right, I've just found it. This is the jar that I've just shown you that was in the kitchen. It's a 1 litre or a 34 US fluid ounce preserve jar. So, the amount I've got there is obviously over a litre, way more than it's probably 1.5 litres to 2 litres. So just know if you want to like store yours in a jar like that, you need to get at least a 2 litre jar if you're going to prepare it the way I prepared it with the amount of sea moss that I used. Also, yes, they recommend that you store your sea moss in a glass jar, not in a plastic jar. They're very specific. It has to be in a glass jar. Okay, so that's me for today. I'm going to sign off now. Take care. Bye-bye.